let me move the angle. Am I blocking? Okay. Oh no, I don't want that screen to show all that. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna keep y'all like this. Okay. So why I asked y'all, what do y'all think about when y'all wake up in the morning? Because that is going to determine how the rest of your day is going to go. If you're constantly thinking about a task, that's my whiteboard, let me move it. If you're constantly already thinking about a task or things that you have to do as soon as you wake up, you're not giving yourself the time to prep and get ready for the rest of the day. And what is that going to do? It's going to put your focus on other things outside of you when the creator of your life is you, right? But when you allow other external forces to already get in your mind as soon as you wake up, you can't control the totality of your day. Okay, I've got all screens up. Okay, so yeah, you won't be able to control the totality of your day, right? So that's why I say that, someone said, well, I try reaching out to my friends, but they usually... Okay, somebody's trolling early today. Thank you for sharing the live. Let's get some more likes. It costs nothing to use your fingers. Let's get some more likes before we get deep into our topics today. So it's important, if you can, to spend 5 minutes of your day in silence. When you wake up, if you can be silent for 5 minutes. That for me was a game changer because I've been doing that for probably 2 or 3 years now. And in those moments of silence, I receive messages and information. Otherwise, I wouldn't be still and present enough to receive throughout the day. Excuse me. And you also could call it prayer as well. It's a form of prayer, really, sitting in silence, because it's just you and God in those times, and you're going inside of yourself to maintain a certain frequency that you wouldn't be able to tap into throughout your day because you're so busy and your mind is on so many other things. So that's our mental minute for the day. Now we're going to move on to digital marketing, which is what we usually come here for. So if you're new here, every Tuesday at 9 or 9:30-ish, because I have kids, so things can be unpredictable, I'm on live and we're talking about, let me pick y'all back up. And we're talking about digital marketing for beginners. I've been in digital marketing for about 5 years now, but I just started selling digital products. And when I say digital products, I mean courses, ebooks, journals, planners, digital product kits. I have been doing that for about a month now. And it's very big now. It's literally a $3 trillion industry, and it is something that a lot of people kind of hear about, but then they feel like that it's oversaturated, so they don't think that it's a good idea to do. But quite honestly, if you are a person and someone's come to you for advice or a question about something that you're good at, you can do digital products. And even if you don't have a certain niche or a certain skill, because there are PLR, so that's private label rights, and MRR, and that's master resale rights, you don't have to create it. You can, of course, edit some things around, but you can sell it as is without having to create a whole new product. So that's the good thing about digital products. So why did I start? Hold on, y'all. My tablet is not cooperating with me. Is it not gonna stay up? Bear with me, y'all. I'm trying to get my stuff together. Okay. Here. Okay. Excuse the technical difficulties, you guys, but I'm back. Okay. So why did I start digital products? I started digital marketing back in 2000 when I graduated from college. It was, after college during my internship. So I had an internship at this hospital called UAMS. I was working in the ophthalmology department. I worked directly with the director. And during this time in my life, I thought that I wanted to be a hospital administrator when I graduated college. Do you buy the MR or private license item first, then sell it? So basically, it comes attached to the item. You don't buy it separately. So MRR rights are, for example, Digital Boss Academy. Digital Boss Academy is a whole MRR right itself. So once you purchase it, I'm from Arkansas, but I'm currently in Texas. Once you purchase it, it comes with MRR rights. So you can buy DBA and then sell it as is. You don't have to do anything to it. But there's items within the digital product that are PLT, so private label, PLR, private label rights. So for example, a journal. There's journals in there, but with those journals, you cannot sell them as is. You have to at least change the colors, the title. You have to do something like that. You can't just keep it all the same. Oh, okay, what part of Arkansas, if you don't mind sharing? So that's the difference. So you can sell MRR rights as is. You don't have to do nothing about it. But private label rights, you have to at least change the color, title, something. You can't sell it as is. But yes, so I'm from Arkansas, but I live in Texas now. What was I saying? Let me know when you visit. Oh, my husband's from Pine Bluff. We're actually going down there soon. I think in September. I'll let you know. Small world. But yes, why did I start? So I was doing my internship after I graduated from my undergrad, and I was at Euler. I'm sorry, not Euler, but UAMS. And I was working in the ophthalmology department. Mine too. Interesting. How long have y'all been married? Let me know for sure. I'll let you know. I really will, for real. Are you feeling better? I know you said you weren't feeling good. And during my internship, they had me working their social media page. Hey, Layla. And when I was working it, I was like, this is so, like, they wanted me to post 3 posts a day, but it was literally like just flyers. I was posting flyers every day, just ramming random acts of marketing. They didn't match the season. They didn't match anything that was going on in the department. Like, it was just random flyers. So I told Meredith, which was the director at the time, I'm just like, hey, like, is there anything like different that I can do? Or do you want me to just stick with the same things that you always send me? And she was like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, with the social media, just, based off of my experience with social media, at this time I wasn't doing marketing at all. I told her, people want more than just flyers. They want to know like the story of the department. They want to know what's going on. They want to know who is who. They just want more. And from what I've seen so far, you guys just have been posting flyers. And then she kind of was like, I could tell she started thinking at that point when I said that to her. She was like, well, what do you mean? I was like, well, people want to know the story behind who they're getting serviced from. And UAMS is a huge hospital, but it could have been more community oriented on its social media. So she's like, okay, well, you can start creating narratives around different events that we have to kind of build up the momentum. So that's when I first started getting my hands on managing somebody else's social media. And I fell in love with the storytelling and connecting with the community. And then I found out how powerful it was when you can impact and communicate and connect with people that you never see, like straight from the internet. Of course, I had done it through my own personal social media, but to do it on a corporate level was different. And I found a love for it. So I was like, okay, I could do this for other people. So after my internship, I started freelancing. I got my first freelance corporate gig with Goodwill. So they wanted me to come in and do their social media, but also assist with retention. So I did that. I implemented a new program for their retention, but I also helped increase their engagement on social media and their following. So that was a big thing. That sector wanted to increase their following. Thank you. So that's what I did with Goodwill. And then I went to my first corporate job out of college. I was with this company called Cintas. And there, I was working on their social media as well. I was a management trainee, and as a management trainee, they want you to rotate into different. You had different. How do you say? Different departments you had to rotate throughout the year. So you had to do sales, you had to do production, you had to do operations, and you had to do office. So during my office rotation, I was doing their social media too. So, and that was fun because I got to travel. I went to Tulsa, I went to Hot Springs, I went to Kansas City, I went to Lawrence, Missouri. I went to a lot of different places doing social media, interviewing people, different owners, because at that company we service different businesses with their uniforms, chemicals, and things like that. So I had to get different insight and inputs from different owners, different stores, restaurants, so we could build up reviews for our social media. Do you take? No, I do not take professional photos, but I do know someone if you needed assistance with that service, but I do not personally do that. So that's when I got in love with interviewing people and figuring out, connecting with them in that ways and learning their stories. So it just really was, again, connecting back to me having a love for storytelling. So that's why I got into digital marketing. I love communicating to the masses and not influencing per se, but persuading or showing them a different point of view. Because I'm the type to where I can be told something or a problem and see it in so many different layers and different point of views. So that's why I think that I'm good at marketing, because I can see it from different demographics and different perspectives. That's all marketing is connecting to somebody and their perspective and how they think and how they feel, being able to latch on to somebody's feelings. So if you can speak to somebody's pain points and what their issue is, you can sell a product. And you don't have to be a genius to do it. You just have to know what their pain point is, speak to it, and solve their problem. As an entrepreneur, yes, I do copywriting. I do copywriting. As an entrepreneur, we're in the business of problem solving. So when someone has an issue, that's why imagination and being able to use your mind and having times where you're sitting with yourself are important, because you have to know how to visualize and imagine and create things with your mind. That's why entrepreneurs get paid the most, because we use our mind. So that's important, that you're able to, again, be imaginative and have a vision and create something and solve somebody's issues. That's how we make money. Not that it's all about money. Really, you'll learn that it's all about relationships, because that's how you're able to reach people and connect with them and build a community when you have connections and relationships. Do you use Canva? Yes, that's a large part of digital products, Canva. So with Digital Boss Academy, one of the courses that are in one of the many courses, there's like 20 plus courses, there's a Canva crash course, and I've started that this week. And what it does is basically, it's like Canva for broken down. Everything is broken down. There's like 8 chapters, and it shows you exactly how to edit a video. It shows you how to change the sizes for different platforms via Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok. It shows you how to edit a business card, how to make your website. It shows you how to make a social media calendar. Like, it gives you A to Z, everything Canva is on there. It's Canva crash course. So that's another great part of the product, is it's not just a course. There's a community, there's templates, there's already made content, there's 1,000 plus pieces of content already created. So you can do faceless. I also have so that's another great thing about digital products. You can sell faceless. Like, so for everyone that may not, want to be face front forwarding with their customers or being on the internet, you can do faceless. I have a faceless Instagram account where I don't show my face at all. I strictly use faceless content from Digital Boss Academy. And all I did was upload it from Canva, and I put on my text. If you want to add text to it, you can add text to it. I put my text on there, I make my caption, send it off. So there's so many different ways to do that. And there's faceless templates, there's faceless ebooks that show you how to run your faceless business. It's literally step by step. So you don't have to do anything you don't know. You're literally buying a business in a box. But a lot of people don't believe that. They think, oh, this isn't real, or people aren't making money off of that. But quite honestly, a closed mind is not going to open new doors. If you're not able to believe or fathom that I can make $600 in a day from selling a digital product that I don't have to package, I don't have to stock. It's literally a link that you're downloading from your Canva to your Google Drive. After you edited your Canva document, you download it to your computer and then you upload it to your store. And when you send it off to your clients, they're literally just clicking to download, and it's on their laptop forever. It's yours forever. And you can edit it or keep it as is. So that's the beautiful thing about it. Can you give examples of this? So for example, yes, this weekend. So one of the first products that I made was a mental health journal. It was already in my PLR vault. So that's the private label vault that I was telling you about. Also a platform to sell it. Yes. So I downloaded one of the 400 templates journals that are included on there. That's a great deal. Thank you. One of the 400 things was a mental health journal. And I just designed it with my logo, my brand colors. I changed a couple of headings. I changed some titles. But yeah, after I finished editing it through Canva, I then downloaded it, made my own customized link, downloaded it to my computer. Then I downloaded it to Beacon. Beacon AI is a platform that I sell on. There's a lot of different platforms. They have Stand Store, they have Snipfeed, they have Gumroad. But I chose to sell on Beacon because Beacon does not take commission from your sales. For example, Stand Store, which is one of the most popular, no beef to Stand Store, but they take 10% commission off of each sale. That's too much. That's too much for my liking. With Beacon AI, they only take $10 a month. And that's if you get the pro version. They have a free version that you don't have to pay for. And there is a link. I have a link in my store. If you want to make your own free account, you can make a link, use a link from my store. Where did you find the journal? So the journal is a part of Digital Boss Academy, one of the 400 templates of the private label rights. So you just download it there through Canva, and then you edit it with whatever colors or whatever titling you want to use. And as far as pricing goes, it also shows you how to price your product. So that way you're not underpricing it or outpricing yourself in the market. There's a book it's all in there. So I do have a free digital guide, digital boss guide, and it tells you what done for you products are, how they work, how you sell them on the internet. So it's kind of like a prelude on how to get started and defines everything for you before you get started with Digital Boss Academy. So I do have a free product for you to learn about it before you buy it. And I believe you already got it, Champion Caregivers. You already have it. Are you feeling better? I don't think you answered. But yes, so there's multiple different platforms you can sell on. I also want to check out Pinsite. Pinsite is one of the most famous platforms to sell on. But I have not looked on their rules yet to see how much it costs, if they take out commission or not. You don't want to sell on a platform that takes out commission from each sale because you're already going to have to pay taxes on it. I was just about to say that. I'm feeling better and plan to look. I'm glad you're feeling better. That's good. And let me know what you think, or if you have any questions once you're going through it, or after you're done is fine. Just message me whenever and let me know if you want to know any questions about it, okay? But there's a lot of ideas. So yes, you're welcome, ma'am. As a licensed holistic coach, I'm going to create a whole holistic bundle. So I already have one started. I'm going to do an abundant journal, mindset journal, a mindset mastery journal, and then I'm going to couple it with my mental health journal. So that's going to be sold as a bundle. They have financial planners. They have a prayer journal. They have a household planning journal. They have a cleaning journal. Like, there's so many different things. They have a budgeting journal. There's a lot of templates. So it's really endless what you can find as far as the templates go. Like I said, there's over 400. So digital products, That's a wide range of things. So it's not just ebooks, it's not just courses. There's audiobooks, there's PDFs. Like, for example, if you have any skill, like if you know how to create logos or if you know how to create a thumbnail, you can literally make a checklist on how to make a logo and sell that as a PDF form. It's that simple. And another platform that's really good to sell on is Pinterest, that people sleep on. Pinterest is really good, and Etsy. How do I get over my fear of failure? So that's the thing. As an entrepreneur, you want to fail because when you fail, that lets you know, okay, now I pivot from here and I try something different. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, let me try this. Okay, that didn't work. Let me try this. And at some point, something has to work, right? So if you're gonna have fear, it's not gonna work for you. Fear it's not real. It doesn't exist. Fear to me is an excuse to stop yourself from something that you know you're supposed to do. And if you don't have that fire about like the opportunity or about what it is you can do with it, then you probably shouldn't do it. If you don't have a fire in your chest about it, then it's not for you. But you can do it. If you do have fear, figure out what that fear is. Ask yourself questions. Write down on a piece of paper, what am I afraid of? And then when you have the answer, say, why am I afraid of that? And just keep breaking down and get to the root as to what it is you're actually afraid of. Because you might not be afraid of selling digital products. You might be afraid of not knowing how to market. You might be afraid of not knowing how to create content. You might be afraid of putting yourself out there. So it might not necessarily be the fear of the business, but another fear that you're dealing with that is connected to what you're going to be doing, you know? But you can't let anything stop you. So for me, it's just like I've sold a lot of different things. I've sold uniforms, I've sold chemicals, I've sold insurance. So it's once you learn the foundations of business, especially digital products. I want to make a digital medical binder. Is that doable? Can I create this from a template that already exists? So when you say a digital medical binder, is it like different terms, different tasks? What kind of binder? What kind of medical binder? What will be the content? But yes, there's so many different templates. You can just edit it to make it your own. It depends on what exactly you mean by medical binder, but it's definitely doable. And when you're done, you can just download it to your Canva and then sell it as a link or a PDF. You can sell it as a PDF list. You don't even have to do that. And then there's some people that don't really care to read. So what I'm planning to do is for family, houses, child medical history. Yes, that's definitely something that you can make with the templates that we have. And it'll be a lot easier. So you don't have to create the graphics. You don't have to create the boxes, the big fonts. It's already there for you. You just would change the content, the words. Mm-hmm. Any questions? Any more questions before we move on? I'm going to talk about how to get started. No? Okay, no more questions. All right, cool. So oftentimes people are afraid of being a beginner, right? And just starting from zero. People are always like, well, how did you get your following? How did you do this? Just like everybody else, I started at 0 followers. I started from 0. So the first thing that you want to do is research. So you want to brainstorm and research. Okay, who do I want to sell to? Who is my target audience? What do I want to sell? What problem am I solving for them? So for me, I'm solving people's problems who are content creators or business owners who, need to streamline how to market and how to create a community and grow their following on social media. that is who I'm speaking to, and that is the problem that I'm solving for them. So you want to figure out who you're speaking to and what problems you're solving for that group, that person. And then you want to validate your idea. You want to make sure, okay, this makes sense. You want to do enough research. So a good way to do some research is, for example, digital products. You could say how to get started with digital products. When you put that in Google, you want to scroll down to people also asked section. And in that section, it'll show you the other questions that people are asking about that same thing that you typed. So that'll be a good way to research different things that people are already searching for on the topic or niche that you're wanting to get into. So you know what answers and problems that you'll be solving for that group you're wanting to target. So after you do that, you want to find a target market. For example, my target market are content creators who sell digital products and business owners. Yeah, so that's a good way to research when you're looking into your different digital products and your niche and who you want to sell to and what problem that they're having. So after you have brainstormed and researched, which is the first thing that you do, don't skip to getting a store. Don't skip to getting a product. You want to do that first. Then you want to validate your idea. And then you want to find your target market. After that, you want to build your online store with one of those platforms I mentioned earlier, Gumroad, Stand Store, Snipfeed. I personally chose Beacon AI because it was free. They do have a pro option for $10, but you can definitely build your store for free. I love the different templates they have. They have a lot of different designs that are really good and consistent as far as style goes. So that's why I chose Beacon AI, and they don't take commission from any of your sales like Stand Store does. And then once you build your online store, you want to increase and drive traffic. And the major way to do that, which is free, is through social media. So I tell everybody, I know it's not sexy, I know it's not cute, but you want to post 3 times a day. You want to post 3 times a day. You have to post 3 times a day if you're wanting to increase your audience and grow your social media. But you don't want to just post random stuff. You want to have intention with the post that you're creating. Okay, so behind this post, am I wanting to present myself as a resource to a certain community or group? Am I wanting to connect? Am I trying to engage? Is this a lifestyle post? Like, what is your intention with the post? Am I creating value? For me, I always want to answer a question when I'm posting. Either I'm engaging to increase community or I'm answering a question when I make a post that my target audience would have. So those are my intentions behind my posts. So you always want to have intention when you're posting. That'll help drive traffic and increase your audience. Another way to increase your audience is by providing value. Like I mentioned earlier, every time I'm posting something, I'm wanting to make sure that I'm answering somebody's question. For example, what's digital products? Digital products are ebooks, courses, audiobooks, PDFs, infographics. Those are digital products. So something else that you want to do is basically just learning the basics about digital marketing. If you're coming from ground zero and you know nothing about digital marketing, you want to come in and learn. People often get in, they buy a product, they get a site, and they have no sales, and then they quit. But you're skipping the foundation, just like a house. You want to have a solid foundation before you can expect to get an output from this. And you don't want to be salesy. You want to be you. You want to come in telling your story, telling your why. People want to connect with you. They don't want to just get a product. And you want to become very knowledgeable about what you're doing, right? You don't want to just jump in and buy this, buy that, buy my product, but you want to be able to tell them about it. What is a good first free digital item to offer? So a good first free digital item to offer is something that will educate them. So like I was saying, you want to provide value for your community. So you want to provide a free product that's going to give them something, but not give them too much. You know what I'm saying? That way they feel motivated. They feel ready to jump in. They feel ready to start because of the free product that you provided that makes them excited. Like, wow, okay, I'm ready for the next thing. So that's the kind of product, for example, my product, my digital boss guide. It is an educative tool to let them know what done for you products are, how you can make money from it, how you start from 0 and get to 5. So you want something like that to motivate them and to get them interested and to want more and to want to learn more. So we've already talked about finding your niche. And if you have multiple different gifts, I know it's going to be hard, but you want to find one or two things. You don't want to be, say, for example, you're a beautician, but you're always talking about shoes. That's going to confuse your audience. If you do hair, why are you talking to them about shoes all the time? So you want to really just stick to a consistent niche. You don't want to jump all over the place because that's going to confuse your audience and make them stray away. Because they're going to be like, okay, well, what is she doing? Is she doing shoes? Is she doing hair? I'm confused. So you want to find your niche and you want to build your brand. And building your brand is honestly building your community. Because without a community, you don't have a page. Who are you going to sell to if you don't have a community? If you do a launch, who are you going to be selling to if you don't have anybody following you and engaging? So that's another important thing. You don't just want followers. You don't just want people that watch you and don't engage. You want to have an active community of people that are on your social media. If somebody comments on your stuff, you better comment back, and not just with emojis. You want to comment back with 4 words or more so that you can keep the conversation going. Conversation rules the nation. And with more conversation under your post, that'll get you pushed out more. But you're also creating a connection with your followers. It's not just like, oh, okay, thanks. You're getting to know them. You're connecting. For example, with Champion Care for Caregivers for Rare, I wanted to make sure I was intentional and I'm making conversation and engaging with people. I'm not just, oh, okay, and moving on. They're people too. We're all people. At the end of the day, everybody longs for a sense of community, love, authenticity. Everybody wants to be able to be themselves and be loved for it. I don't care who you are. I don't care how much you make. That's the honest truth of what anybody wants. So that's why it's important for you to show your real self so that you can make those real authentic connections. Your vibe is going to bring your true tribe. You don't want to get on here acting like somebody else because you're going to become drained. You're going to get tired and it's just not going to work. So always make sure that you're bringing the real you to social media when you're interacting and engaging with people. That's so true. It is, because it'll get tiring, I'm telling you. So, all right, y'all, I'm going to have to wrap it up. It is time for me to go to bed. I have to get up at 5. But today we talked about what's the first thing that we wake up and think about. We also talked about my why did I get into digital marketing? And then we talked about how to get started with your digital products. Are there any questions before I get up out of here tonight, you guys? It's been fun. You're welcome. I'll be back on Thursday at 2 p.m. Central Time. I'll be back at Thursday. Thank you. Great information. You're welcome. I'll be back on Thursday at between 2 p.m. and 2:30 Central Time. All right, you guys. It was a pleasure. Again, I do have Digital Boss Guide in my link. If you do want the link, message me DBA and I'll send it to you. If you want the link and you're ready to get some marketing and branding, you want to know how to start your business, you want to do some credit repair, you want to start an Airbnb business, you want a vendors list so you can start drop shipping different products, it's all in DBA. You want to do some templates, journals, planners, binders, PDFs, it's all in DBA on how to start, how to sell it. Everything is there. Templates, you're just putting in your own information. I got you. I also have my new mental health journal that I just launched. I will be launching my abundance mindset journal this week as well. So keep an eye out on that. And it's free to join my newsletter to stay updated on what's going on. I'm gonna start sending out I think I'm gonna do a bi-weekly newsletter to keep everybody updated. But get your products, y'all. This is a thank you. I'm so excited. This is a $3.6 million industry. It's not oversaturated because nobody is you. There's enough money for all of us. So get in while you can get in because it's taking off, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Love y'all. Bye. Right. Get your piece. I'll see you later, champion caregivers for rare.
Back and I'm feeling so much better. So thank you for asking. Today, I'm talking to that caregiver who finds themselves riding the fence when faced with making difficult decisions. Oftentimes on this disability journey, we are called to make tough decisions about our Hey champion caregivers, I'm back and I'm feeling so much better.
Alive on Instagram. Thank God he woke me up. Okay. I didn't say what do you do when you wake up. I said what is the first thing that you're thinking when you wake up. I want you oh my God, I thought it was off. Bye, you guys. Start off our live. Here's what I get to my